Hi, Rich Schulte with Salesforce. No doubt one of the more common problems with CRM data is duplicate records. Certainly one of the more common requests we get from customers is dedupifying their data. Normally when we go about a dedupe project, we are going to use a combination of our Salesforce human data clerks and data tools or some kind of data cleaning tool that the customer has. We also have some our in-house data manipulation tools that we might use. So it could be a combination of any of those things. It just depends on the project. But I'd say normally it's a combination of our clerks, our human clerks, and the data cleaning tools. So this dedupe project, pretty common. This is deduping contacts, and the broad steps that we would follow. This is a pretty good example. So step one is to identify, what is a duplicate record. What we're looking at here is a document that we sent back and forth with the customer that's establishing, okay, how are we going to go about identifying duplicates? And it's pretty typical here. We're going to see first name, last name, and a unique characteristic that we can identify that then we can all be sure that, okay, yes, this is a duplicate. In this particular project, there was an interesting wrinkle, which was, you can see here in our back and forth, there appear to be a number of cases where records sure look like duplicates and fit that criteria, but the phone numbers or emails are different, slightly different by a single digit or an extra character. In that case, the tool that we were using to augment our human clerks with this project were not useful. So to address that particular situation, we were just going to do a manual review of and finding those records. So there were about 40,000 records total that needed to be deduplicated, and you can see a couple bullet points we mentioned down here. We'll go through it twice and fix the problem where there's this extra bit of information. Once we've identified which records are in fact duplicates, then the next step is deciding what to keep or merge depending on what the customer wants done. And that can be something as simple as keep the most recently modified record. That would be not the typical situation, but that would be a simple one. More often than not, it's there's a set of rules that we would develop with the customer would already have, and we'd follow those rules to decide what data is going to be kept, whether it's merged or the bad data is deleted and there's a surviving record. The rules to decide what record is primary can be as complicated as they need to be. In this example, the last modified corporate email is primary, but if that email or that record is unsubscribed from campaigns, then the last modified personal email is going to be primary. And there's some additional rules here that you can read along with. I'll give you a second to do that. And then there were additional rows of instructions here with this project. So what to do with the data once it's fully cleaned up and deduped, which typically we're going to do outside of Salesforce or outside of the CRM. And what can that be? It depends on what the project entails, but we can re-upload it. We can modify Salesforce and delete the information that's no longer relevant. Or return all the data in CSV format, and the customer can load that themselves. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this example project useful. If you have questions and want to follow up with us, just scroll to the bottom of the page and click on the Contact a Project Manager button, and we will get right back to you. You can ask us any questions you like there. If you'd also like to follow us, go to LinkedIn and our company page, Salesbroom, and you'll see our updates there. Thank you very much, and I hope we hear from you soon.